Lovely Librans, welcome to your May 2020 reading. I hope this reading finds you well, healthy, safe, and coping well with this isolation as well as can be expected, I guess, but staying positive and staying optimistic because this too will pass. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Librans. It's a reading for Libra Sun, Rising and Moon sign. Let's just get the cards back together. So also listen to your rising sign and moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. I'd like to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing and commenting on my channel. I really appreciate your support, and I hope that it also brings you some comfort in these difficult days that we find ourselves in. So let's see, if you would like to, also this is a general reading, if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and you can book a private reading from there, which is going to be more specific to you. So let's see what's in store here for you. One more card and then we can start, start exploring the month of May for you. There we go. So let's see what's sitting here for you. So let's see what I pick up for you too as well, my lovely Librans. I just feel like all I'm hearing is change, change, change. There's change afoot. There's change happening. There's, for you specifically, there's change that is coming about. So it's about reinventing. It's about being, bringing in change that is around you. Things are different. Things are taking you out of your comfort zone, but it's about what can you build from that change? What can you build from it? So I feel like laying down foundations now, it's going to really strengthen your build later on. There is still things that you can put together that are going to really see you become quite successful when we get through this time, and we will. This too will pass. There has been adversity for you. There have been challenges for you, but it's about what you do with those challenges, what you're doing, what are you learning about yourself, about how you can work, when you can work, showing appreciation and gratitude for what you have. So it's about really reviewing what have you learnt from these challenges, because I feel like it's strengthening you. You're becoming more determined. That's the energy that I'm picking up around you. There's a stronger determination. There's a stronger direction. There's a stronger clarity about what you're wanting and what direction you're wanting to move in. So you are learning something in what's going on around you. Let's start with May, and you've got the Knight of Swords here. And, my lovely Librans, the Knight of Swords, this is about putting on your armor and moving forward, really, but not moving forward, just charging ahead into, recklessly. When you're looking at swords, it's an air sign. It's about the mind. It's about thinking. It's about processing. It's about what have you learnt, accumulating all that knowledge, all that you've learned, all that you are learning, and moving forward with it. So it's let's move forward with this. It's time to now start putting things in place in May in order for you to have forward movement. So I feel like this is let's put in the groundwork. Let's have the courage to take our ideas and actually start bringing them into reality. Let's start moving forward. Let's lay these foundations. These foundations, they may be the form of sending emails, making inquiries, expanding. There's some ideas that are brewing there with you, Librans. There's ideas that are bubbling away there, and it's about this redefining of you. There's this redefinition of the self, redefinition of you, and then you move forward with it, and you have the courage to move forward with it. These Knights are about courage. They're about moving ahead and fearlessly. But not not rushing in there being swords. It's about really thinking about it, processing what your next move in is. And interestingly enough, it's crossed with the Queen of Swords. Very much you. This is male or female, but the Queen of Swords is courageous, is strong, is determined, it processes, thinks about things, but then is ready to forge ahead, is ready to move forward, is ready. Nothing's going to bring her down, you know. And it's about still self-nurturing, but knowing what you want. There's a real strength that comes with the Queen of Swords, which is very much your sign. Very, very much your sign, male or female, coupled with the Knight, you know. So the Queen gives the commands, the Queen's ready to go, and has that real strength and knowing, and the Knight then puts it into place, takes the action. So it's about, May is about, there's some sort of plans that you've had that you're going to start initiating in May, is what I want to say to you. And what you've got here is the Star. And this is about, you've been doing a lot of self-reflection. There's been a lot of in order to self-reflect, you have to be emotionally calm. As the water shows there, it's like a mirror. And it's about being emotionally calm so that you can self-reflect. You can look at what your fears are. What do you need to release? What are your dreams? What do you want to achieve, and how are you going to achieve it? The Star is also about maybe having to change your perspective on a situation, on a person, on something that's around you, your thought patterns. Maybe it's time to expand, to think laterally, to change your perspective on a situation or on someone, look at something from somebody else's point of view, or simply looking at a situation you're in a different way, expanding that thought rather than being quite narrow. And this can be in what you're processing. You know, is this the birth of a new idea? Is this the birth of you know, a business you have going laterally with it? It's where you work and how you work, what job you're doing, and what do you want to move into. Is there study that you want to take on? This is what I want to say to you too. Is there study that you want to take on while we're in isolation? Is there some form of studying, some sort of gaining new knowledge? What is it for you? It's going to be different for all of you, but it really is a time of this self-exploration of you, of being able to change direction, of giving birth to new ideas. If you work for yourself, to expand laterally with what you have, where you're working, and how you're working. You've also got the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant is about. It's interesting because he's a scholar. He's a scholar. It's about new learning. It doesn't mean you have to go academically and learn something. You could be learning a skill or a trade, expanding your knowledge in some way. So this is about learning. This is about being wise, expanding on your knowledge, gaining new knowledge, expanding the way you look at things. So this is very much what's around you in the beginning of May. So there's something that you're going to just sort of, I feel like you're going to just go, aha, the penny's dropped. I've had this inspirational thought. I feel like there's going to be inspirational thought. I feel like if you get you be emotionally balanced, you're going to have information come through your dreams. You're going to have these thoughts that pop into your mind that are planted there about something that you can do, something that you can create, something different that you can branch out on, a different way of working, a different way of bringing in an income. So there's this new awareness that's going to come to you in the beginning of May. And I feel like what I want to say to you is I feel like the wheels of forward movement of progress are going to start turning for you. It's like they've been stuck in a ditch. You're stuck in mud and you can't get the wheels out. Well, in May, those wheels are going to start to slowly turn and move you forward. So there's actually forward movement for you in May, which is a really positive thing, and that can be in the new learning and new ideas. So if you're getting inspirational thoughts, if you're getting inspirational ideas, then it's time to really pursue them, act on them, try and work with them so that you can bring them into your reality, because it's by no accident that they're planted there. So there's real growth that's going to start happening for you in May. So how's that going to come about for you as we move through May? You've also got the Knight of Pentacles, or the Knight of Coins. This is about action being taken that is going to improve your financial condition. It's going to bring in the abundance that you're seeking. You've got Knights here, and so to me this depicts, it's really, May is going to really be a month of taking action. It's not a month of, if it was a page, it would be planning. It would be not doing anything, but just getting things sorted in your head and down on paper. But you've got Knights, and Knights are about action. They're about forward movement. So it's like I said to you, I just feel like these wheels of progress are moving for you, and the Knights are carrying that. The Knight of Coins or Pentacles is about being earthed, but it's about bringing, going and fighting for, going and putting into place action that's going to improve your financial situation, that is going to improve your abundance. And this is abundance in, think about grounding things. These are the basic things, shelter and a roof over your head and food on the table, and increase in finances. So things are going to actually start moving forward, but you need to then start taking that action. You need to start thinking laterally, and you need to start putting things in place that are going to start bringing to you what it is you are seeking in an abundance, in an abundance way. Finances, work, all those sorts of things. So things are really going to start falling into place for you. Okay. So as we move through May, putting in that, rolling up your sleeves and putting in that effort and putting in that work in the beginning of May, you're going to start, there's celebrations around you. So there's a celebration of a job well done. There's celebrations around you. And this can also be celebrations in a wedding or a birthday or an anniversary. There's that's going to come up for you in May. But there's also a celebration, I feel like, of a job well done, a celebration of you feeling better about where you're at and what you're doing and what you're achieving, because you're working towards goals, you're working towards ideas. And I feel tremendously positive here, tremendously positive that things are going to start falling into place. Now, that's going to be equal and proportional to the amount of effort that you make. Because you can't be sitting around on the lounge playing computer games and expect that by the end of May everything's going to fall into place for you, because it's not. This is where free will comes in. It's about the effort that you put in, the courage, which is what the Knights bring, the courage that you have in implementing your plans and your ideas, and daring to be different. Put it out there, because you're going to really reap the benefits of that. You're going to reap the rewards of that. There's celebration that is coming up around you. Absolutely, that is coming up around you. You've also got the Six of Cups, and this is a very playful sort of Six of Cups. This is about being childlike, living in the now, not allowing your anxiety to get away with you, not worrying about things that may never eventuate. It's about living in the now and putting in place things now that are going to evolve for you, not spiraling into the negative sort of thoughts and fearful thoughts of, well, what if this happens, and what if that happens, and what if this doesn't happen, and what if that doesn't happen. It's about bringing it back to the now. When children play, they play in the now. They don't care what they're going to be doing in the next 5 minutes. they do what they're doing now, then they move on to the next project, and then, you know, they don't worry about the future. They are very now oriented and focused. That's where you need to be to maintain your positivity. Also, be playful. Do things in your life that brings you joy. If you have children, play with them, you know, interact. So do things that are going to bring you joy in your life, that are going to lighten up that energy, which is going to allow that energy to move, to flow, to really give you what, you know, what you're seeking. Really important. You've also got the Page of Wands here. So by the end of May, it's time to stop, reflect. Let's look at what I've put in place, what I've done, and where I'm heading. So let's just sort it all out to make sure I'm on the right path, so that I can plan. The Page of Wands is about planning. It's about planning something you're passionate about, planning your life's purpose, planning something that brings you joy. How do you want to move forward? What do you want to do? What plans do you want to lay out? What do you want to achieve? What are you working towards? This is, you know, what is it that you feel passionate about? Let's plan that. You know, if you're doing some sort of study online, the planning, well, what doors is this going to open? Where do I want to be? What do I need to do now to ensure that forward movement and progress for June? Because May's going to be, I feel like, the real turning point here for many of you, the real turning point. By the end of May, you're going to stop and reflect. You've got the Five of Cups. Okay, so it's time to reflect. Yeah, there's been tragedies. Yes, there's been things that haven't worked. There's things that have made me sad or worried or fearful. Absolutely. But don't dwell too much on what's gone on in the past. Look to the future, because here you've still got two cups that are upright. You've got a window that's got this wonderful bright light coming through, which is the future, which is what's up ahead for you. And so don't just collapse yourself and dwell on things that you can't change, that have happened. It's about moving forward. So there's got to be this real positive forward movement for you by the end of May. So that's something to watch, because you're going to be on this sort of pivotal, you know, it can go either way, but that's your choice what you do with it. So if you find yourself thinking, you know, feeling sorry for yourself, or feeling a little bit negative or fearful, you need to stop yourself and think, well, I'm looking to the future, and there's a lot there to be thankful for, a lot there that I'm laying the foundations for to unfold. Absolutely, because there's success around you. There's the obstacles that you're up against, but you're up high and you've got one wand, and it's about success. You will succeed and you will overcome anything that is put in front of you. You will overcome this by planning, by taking action, by being active in and playing an active part in what's in front of you, and working through it, and being positive, and knowing that this too will end. This too will come to an end. This too will finish. So I really like that. I like that. It's a real month of action here for you, Librans. Really defining where you want to be and how you want to move forward and what you want to put in place. Staying focused with your dreams, because there's success there too, but you need to also have that clarity and goal setting. Angels of Abundance. Let's see what is going to be in store for you. That one flew out, didn't it? Okay. Partnership. Partnership. It's interesting, isn't it? Let's see what that says. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So that's very much, you know, what you're facing. You're not facing alone. There is support there. There is support around you. It's about talking to people that are involved in what's going on around you, and asking for help when you need it. Communicating, being open in order to put these things in place. Really important. I'm going to give you a card as well this month on the dreams of Gaia. which is, you know, a wonderful tarot deck. I really love it. And given that Gaia has sent us all to our room because we've been naughty, let's see what she has to give you, what she has to offer, what love and support she's got here for you. So let's see what words of wisdom she's going to be giving you, my lovely Librans. Let's see which card is going to come out for you. It's a pretty exciting month you've got, you know, of planning and moving forward. Absolutely. Your life's purpose and your passion. This is gorgeous, isn't it? This is the Queen of Fire. So this is the Queen of Fire. This sort of, I suppose, represents the wands, the suit of wands, and it's the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire. This is about finding your life's purpose, being passionate about what you're doing, really pursuing your life's purpose, being determined and being strong and being fiery and taking action and moving forward. It's not a time for standing still. Fire is about raging ahead, moving forward, being passionate, putting that fire in your belly. So that's really the month that's ahead for you. Absolutely fabulous. And being very confident in your forward movement, in what you're wanting to achieve. Absolutely. So it's about having that real confidence. So, you know, the Queen of Fire is about, you know, being confident, moving ahead, being determined, being focused. This is what are the key words here for you for May. Being focused, being confident, moving ahead, holding your head up high. You know, don't stress the petty stuff. Don't stress the small stuff. Really remain focused in what outcomes you're wanting to achieve. The Queen of Fire is a really powerful, strong, confident person, male or female. And that's the energy that you need to channel for May, which is really going to see you forward progress, you know, this forward progress and moving you through June and July. So I really, really like that for you, my lovely Librans. I wish you prosperity, focus, forward movement. Be safe and healthy. Stay healthy. I wish you many, many blessings. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below and book a private reading from there, from my website. Okay, take care. Many blessings.